Sean Patrick Bowley is here from Game Time CT. Time to talk high school football, the top 10 for this week. Welcome.
Thank you.
All right, let's start off. Let's start off on Monday. We had Monday Night Football for high school football, which was just weird, but we enjoyed it. We enjoyed it all the same.
I wish I could have joined you.
Well,
I was busy putting that poll out.
Well,
getting that poll ready for you.
The poll out coming out at number 10. Before we even get to the poll, let's just check out Greenwich, because Greenwich does indeed look impressive.
Yeah.
They haven't faced a top 10 team yet, but they made short work of Norwalk on Monday, as they were ready for some football. But really, all aspects of the game, Sean, they played really well, whether it was special teams, offense, and defense. But
look at that hit on the punt, by the way.
Yeah, I mean,
someone noticed that because we put this clip on our website, and someone was like, "Wow, that was a hit and a half." And yeah, they're off and rolling. They were kind of really under the radar, Greenwich. They hadn't had been a real force and power in the last few years, but so far so good, and they're getting a lot of votes now. The weird thing about them is they haven't had. They've only played 3 games in 5. It's going to be 5 weeks. They're not playing this week. And they have a bye, and then
they get the Marinelli Bowl.
Yeah, and they got then it's New Canaan time again.
But you know what they've done is they haven't played the so-called name or top 10 schools, but they have really destroyed. They've beaten up teams that good teams will.
They look like Darien. They look like New Canaan out there. They're crushing teams. I love the quarterback Gavin Muir, and I love. Was it Chris Camizio's kid, Tyson?
Yeah.
The former All-Star New Fairfield. Tyson, I've seen him several times. He's made some amazing plays.
We just saw him run a
right,
touchdown
number 40.
Yeah.
He's great. I mean, he's got good stock. And he's just been making some great plays out there. I saw him against Trumbull, and he was amazing.
They're averaging over 55 points a game.
Yeah,
so, hey,
it's typical for a Marinelli team to do that.
Well, but you think about it, he hasn't been in charge there very long, and if he's turned it around that quickly, then
well, Greenwich is Greenwich. Greenwich has got. They've always had the athletes. Yes. They've always had the depth there. So I'm not surprised at all that they're able to do so. They're a big test. Obviously, they got 2 weeks to figure this out. And then they can go in and play Lou and see how they do.
Yeah, so how do they get that on the schedule to make it get a bye right before that game? That's a nice
It's a weird thing. I think they should have got a game like a couple weeks ago, but I don't know when they're. I think they're playing. Are they playing NFA? Are they one of the NFA teams? I don't know off the top of my head.
I don't think
they might not. They play somebody. I think down the road they had to shuffle the schedule. But
quickly, let's take a look at the 10 through 6 here. So you have Greenwich in there. Greenwich is 9 now.
Greenwich is 9, moves over Middletown.
Massac. Let's talk about the St. Joe's team for a second. At number 7, I know you're big on the St. Joe's team. They also played Monday night against Wilton. Wilton is a solid team. Let's look at some of the highlights from Monday night, because here's what I saw from watching that game on Monday night, Sean, is that they do what they do offensively, and that is they can score in a variety of ways. They throw the ball really well. They can run the ball as well. But where they had trouble was stopping the run by Wilton. Wilton was able, at least in the first half, Wilton was unstoppable.
Yeah, no, Wilton took a few leads in that first half before St. Joseph's defense showed up. And once that happened, I think they were in really good shape because no one stopped St. Joseph's offense. I mean, Wilton probably could have had a few score lead, but that's their thing. I mean, they're not a complete team yet, St. Joe. We saw them get dismantled by Darien. I mean, we love Summers, we love Sheridan, and some of their other guys. Obviously, Milazzi's great. And they had a few other guys step up big last night against Wilton, and the defense was so great there. But they're going to have plenty more chances. They're going to need to put it together a complete game here. It's been a while because they got beat up by Darien, and then Wilton kind of pushed them around a little bit before they kind of set it straight.
What was impressive is that at the very end of the first half, they get the ball on their own 9-yard line with a minute 2 to go, and they march down and they end up with a 31-yard field goal.
The offense is great. Yeah. We all know that. The offense is really good, and that's really key for them. As long as that's, keep that offense with Summers and Sheridan and the rest of them keep going, they'll score against anybody. That defense get a little worried. I'm sure Joe Delvecchio was a little worried about the defense, but the second half stepped up, pitched a shutout.
Shut out in the second half.
There you go.
All right, quickly now let's look at the top 5, Mark. Let's look at the top 5 teams. Not much change here. Darien and Southington, Ansonia, West Haven, New Canaan. People are coming around on my Chargers here.
And still New Canaan above St. Joe's. And that might have been a byproduct of St. Joe's played after the poll
Here's my
came
top.
out.
Everyone should know. Here's my top 3. Darien, St. Joseph, New Canaan. That's my top 3. St. Joe beat New Canaan. and New Cannon's killing people. Greenwich is moving up in my, so that's 4 FCIAC teams. I don't even know where to put Richfield at this point, or Staples, 2 teams.
Staples is undefeated as
Right.
well.
And I think they play this week, don't they?
Let's not leave out any of these SEC teams because I think West Haven has been impressive, and I know it's hard. You go in, you play a team like Bassick. Look at these highlights here. West Haven against Bassick. This was last Friday, and Bassick. You almost wish that they could have more kids on the sideline. That's when they have their team on. That's their sideline. They just don't field a lot of kids, and they're playing in the SEC, where it's tough to play against the likes of a West Haven.
They fumble early in the first quarter, led directly to a touchdown. They fumbled later on. They were only down 7-0 after 1 quarter, so that's not terrible. I mean, they have kids that can play. It's just they get worn out really easily. Here's a nice play.
The fake punt.
Yeah, really nice. I mean, listen, I give all those kids credit for going out there every week. It's really tough especially against a school like West Haven, which is a football power, and that's really going to be hard for them. But them and Harding, they're combined 0-8 in the SEC so far. It's like the old FCIAC days. No one said it was going to be easy, but I give all those guys credit. And even Harding against Hand at the Surf Club, they were hanging around that game too. Yeah. Harding's been in every game, so I give all those kids credit for that.
Well, I tell you what, as we look toward next week, there wasn't much change in the poll. Does anything jump out at you as far as a game coming up this week?
It's kind of, there's a lot of really good ones. And the FCIAC, let me go back to the SEC, but we have North Haven versus Shelton, which is huge. And then we have West Haven at Cheshire.
Yeah.
So it's big game then. Then there's Foreign at Hand in a Tier 2 game. That should be really interesting. So that's where I'm gonna be at Shelton this week. And we'll have our guys at the Cheshire. We'll see what happens at Cheshire. Again, Jack Rabba, the quarterback, he's out for an undetermined amount of time.
Right.
They beat Law. It wasn't really easy, but they were able to pull away, and now they get big bad Cheshire. Sorry, they get big bad West Haven in a game that there's no real division title winners because they don't all play each other. But as far as like double L playoff, they're all double L schools. As far as double L playoffs goes, that's a really huge game. And the same goes for Shelton and North Haven, which lost to West Haven with 5 turnovers, and they probably should have beat West Haven. Now they go to play Shelton. So we're going to find out who the best team in the SEC is this week, and then we'll kind of go from there.
I like West Haven.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.